Thomas, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
So I was calling about, well, really I had a question. Why do you say all thoughts, if I'm saying it right, are all lies all the time?
Because they are.
Oh, okay.
Except for practical thoughts, like getting in a car and drive on the right side of the road, or
right.
What do you want for go
is
to
that
work?
biblical from your perspective, or you just made it up yourself?
Well, no, I didn't make it up. It's true, and it is true. Yes.
Okay, because what I did,
When
I did
you
a
said
little
biblical, what do you mean by biblical?
in the Bible, because I said, well, let me see what Jesse is talking about, because I'm not a thumper, but I was raised in the church and all of that, and I never heard that. So when I pulled that up, it said that Paul was saying that we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. So is that what you're referring to, and maybe twisted it a little bit to, or maybe misconstrued it, and you didn't understand what he was saying? Because the way that they go into that is that you should take bad thoughts into captivity. Like if you want to steal, if you're lusting, if you want to kill, rob, and to be obedient to Christ, you can't do those things. So we all have thoughts that's not just from the devil that we create because we have a brain.
All that you're saying right now, is that biblical?
Yes.
So it said only bring the negative ones?
No, not just negative. It says if it's not being obedient to Christ. So I think negativity is not being obedient to Christ.
And what is being obedient to Christ?
By just being righteous. By, like that caller just said.
How can you be righteous?
By doing the right things in life. By being, I guess, Christ-like. When people say I'm a Christian, Christian just means to be Christ-like, to be righteous, to be good, to love, to respect.
And where did you get that from?
Well, there's some verses on here. I don't want a Bible verse like that, but it was just saying.
Is that biblical to say be Christ-like?
Yeah, well, Christianity, or the term Christian, does mean to be Christ-like. It's not just to accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior.
Is it biblical to be Christ-like?
Yeah, that's from the Bible. That's what Christianity actually comes from. People want to be Christ-like, to be righteous.
In the Bible, it tells you to be Christ-like?
No, it doesn't tell you to be that, but that's what people
How did you come up with that then? Are you twisting that?
No, I'm not twisting it. I'm saying,
how did you come up with that?
I'm trying to explain it. If you look at, and that wasn't my question, if you look at the history of how Christianity became and why people say, I'm a Christian, they're trying to be Christ-like. And then you said, well, those are just words. So when you say that, why did you ask people, so are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? If it doesn't mean anything, why did you care about that term?
Where did you get the idea to be Christ-like? It's not biblical. Where did you get it from?
It's not biblical, but it's in the history of how the word was created.
And where is that history of how the word was created?
It's just in any history book. If you Google, you can Google it. If you just look up where did the term Christ come from. Or study any book to find out the history of Christianity.
And so are you Christ-like?
But let me ask another. Yeah, but let me ask.
I want you to explain this for me. God said every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood. Genesis 8:21. And Genesis 8:6-5, even though this is not Bible Thumper Day, every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time.
Exactly.
Was God lying when he said that every thought is a lie, is evil?
No, he didn't say that every thought is a lie. He said, what's the word that you just said? Inclination?
Every inclination of the heart, of the thoughts of the human heart, every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time.
Meaning.
And so now do you understand why I say all thoughts are all lies all the time?
No, because that's not in the Bible.
Have you? I just read it to you.
You didn't read it word for word. You said all thoughts are all lies all the time.
Okay,
that's
listen
not
to
in
me.
there.
In Genesis
I heard
6:5, every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time.
Yeah.
Do you accept that?
Yes, I understand what you just said.
And so do you understand that all thoughts are all lies all the time?
No, because it doesn't say that. It says the inclination, Mr. Peterson.
And what does inclination mean?
It means a person's natural tendency, an urge to act or feel in a particular way. Meaning if you act it or you think it, so you are.
So
if
it
I
doesn't
act or
mean
think about killing.
It doesn't mean that the directions of the thoughts are evil. Inclination mean that.
If you're talking about evil thoughts, but it doesn't mean all thoughts. Just like you said. Hold on, I just want to say one thing. Just
I do appreciate it, buddy. 888-7753-773. If you want to believe all thoughts are not lies or evil, it's up to you. The devil got you. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. You want a no-thinking life. Bring every thought into captivity. You want a no-thinking life, but if you want a thinking life, I wish you well.